Howdy, folks. Mackenzie Taylor here with Carrie Isaac, the Republican nominee. Is it House District 73? Is that how the redistricting shook out?
That's correct, 73.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thanks for coming. I'd love to hear. Brad Johnson wrote an incredible piece on your election night debacle. It was crazy watching the returns come in and watch, we thought for a while that, your opponent might win, and then come to find out that you actually ended up victorious. And I think Brad was at your victory party, and, everyone was kind of watching very quietly. Spirits were kind of low. He went over to your opponent's party and they were celebrating. Come to find out you would win in the end. How was that night for you?
Yes, so I was down. Early voting came out. I was down, a few hundred votes, but I do believe that your more conservative voters vote Election Day, and I know that because I knocked over 3,000 doors, and the very conservative red meat voters are like, "No, I always vote Election Day." So I still felt like I would pull it out, and I said, "My voters are showing up Election Day. Let's not, this isn't an indication of how this is going." So. Keep coming out, votes keep coming out, and I'm down. I'm still down. One box left. I'm down 400 votes. We're like, well, yeah, this doesn't look too good.
Yeah.
Well, and then I asked, I think it was Micah was on the computer, and I said, Micah, where is that last box? And he said, Bulverde. Well, I looked over at Patty Johnson, and we gave each other the biggest smile because we knew I still had a chance because we knew Bulverde would come through for me. I won that last box by 85%.
Wow. Do you remember what the margin? I'm trying to remember what the margin was at that final.
271.
You know the exact number.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my! Oh my gosh! Well, that's incredible. How was it after redistricting? I mean, you'd run previously in House District 45.
Yes.
Which is the seat your husband held previously.
Yes.
Flipped to the Democrats, and then you all went after again with a new candidate from the family, trying to flip it back for the Republicans. You were campaigning in a new district, or at least partially new district. You still had Hayes and Comal. What was it like campaigning in Comal County and trying to meet new voters there?
It was a blast. I love Comal County. I tell people, when I knock doors in Comal County, people are so nice. It takes me so much longer to knock doors because I just want to sit there and have a conversation, and I need to keep moving, and I don't want to because people are so nice. But I campaigned for my husband in Comal County before when he ran for Congress.
Oh, of
so
course.
I was a known person there. I knew all the activists there already. Actually, when my husband ran in 2010, the Canyon Lake Republican women came and knocked doors for him.
Oh, wow.
And so
full circle.
Yeah, so I actually knew voters there for over a decade already, and activists in Canyon Lake mainly, and Bulverde also, Spring Branch. So yes, I did meet a lot of new voters, but I knew a lot of the activists there already.
You're returning to old friends.
Yes, it was great.
That's awesome. So what are the big issues facing your district?
Well, I believe that our issues in Texas, which, I know that we don't have a sovereign nation without a secure border and secure elections, and I will fight to secure both of those. I believe that's the most important things we can do. But my hot button issue is property taxes. I believe that property ownership is a right, and I will fight for that right. I believe we should own our property once and for all, and I want to start by eliminating our school maintenance and operations portion of our property tax bill. Economists say that we can pay that down and totally eliminate that tax in about 10 to 12 years. We have about $13 billion in excess revenue right now that we could, that's our money. Return it to the taxpayers. People are hurting and struggling. We have widows that should own their home. They've paid their homes off, and some of these people, their property taxes are more expensive than what their mortgage was. It's insane. It's sad. People are really hurting. I spoke with another woman that is renting out a room in her home just so she can stay in a home that she's paid off, and she's in her 80s. She should own her home. It's wrong. This is the hill I will die on. We need to eliminate property taxes.
Very good.
Governor Abbott came out in support of the state paying
Yeah.
the school maintenance and operations portion about, 5 or 6 weeks ago
Yeah.
publicly. So I'm really excited. I believe we can do it.
Property taxes will always be on the docket until that is, until taxpayers feel a little bit of reprieve, I feel like. Now, going into the session, what do you think, in light of the last 2 years since the legislature has met, will be top of the ticket? What items do you think will be hot, kind of contentious among Republicans and Democrats? What do you see as being those top issues that they're fighting over?
Well, I know, talking with voters, that they're really angry that nothing was done last session about child gender modification. And I believe with what's gone on with that issue publicly and in the media, I think people are ready now to tackle that issue. So I believe that's one that will be tackled, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And like I said, the border is... So the border, when I was talking to her, the border was the number one issue I was hearing from. And I believe that that's the most important. But when everybody's valuations came out, all of a sudden voters wanted to talk about property taxes. So
there you go.
So yeah, I'm sorry I keep saying the same thing, but it's property taxes, election security, and border security.
People care about those
And,
issues big
yeah.
time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Carrie, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a fun convention.
Well, thank you. It's
Yeah.
good seeing you.